Over. You win. You do win. Oh, how you guys been this last week? Oh man. Yeah, I've been trying to keep up with Discord. I just haven't had any time to sit down at my computer very much. I know. Like the thing said 9 days since my last stream. I was like, damn, it's been a hot minute. I honestly haven't played that many games. Wait, what do you mean it messed up? What? Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Is it still like that, or is that just like, was that like a temporary thing that they finally fixed? I don't know. I don't know which one I have because there's better TTV and then there's 7TV. I don't know which one I use. I have both, I guess. And on my dashboard, my chat looks fine. So I don't know if that's different because I'm through the dashboard. Yeah, I have both extensions. You don't technically need both, but I think I got better TTV a long time ago, and then someone told me about 7TV, and then I got 7TV after the fact, and I never got rid of the better TTV extension, so I have both now. I don't know, mine looks fine. Like I said, but it is through the dashboard, not through the actual. Yeah, no idea. Oh man, it sucks though. I am tired. Oh, I'm excited to be playing games because I haven't got to play games in fucking over a week, but I am tired. Gonna be a little bit of a drag trying to get back on schedule. Yeah, that's interesting. Kind of a weird bug. Been fishing for 3 days. Bro. Yeah, I saw your message. About the thing you got from Hydras or something. Yeah, I don't think I have that. I don't even know if I've actually fought Hydras yet. How'd you kill the Hydra? Or did somebody kill it for you? Oh, okay. Then I probably killed some. Because I know, well, I mean, they weren't mine. That I fought, like, I didn't fish them up and kill them, but I do know that I've run into hydras before. The other people have like fished them up, and I've had to deal with them. You beat it with your fishing rod. You know, it's funny you say that because I've seen a lot of people just one-shot things with fishing rods, and I'm like, bro, my fishing rod does like 20 damage. Like, I don't understand how they kill things. It's crazy. Oh man. All right. Time to get on the grind, man. I haven't like I've left this game running the whole 9 days I've been away, but I haven't done my tokens every single day. I've done them probably 70% of the time, and all I've done is fish. Like I haven't done caravans. I've literally just fished for like a week straight. I ran out of fishing poles. I had like 15 or 20 of them in my inventory, and I literally have zero now. Like I logged on today and I was like, oh, he's not fishing anymore, and I have zero fishing poles. Like that's how much fishing I did. I have no idea what level I am yet. I haven't even checked it. Hmm. You didn't have to work today? Is that a good thing? Oh, so it's just one of those, yeah, I just didn't know what to do with myself kind of days. Ooh. Yeah, that's no bueno. No bueno at all. Alright, so we gotta get rid of that. Gotta go dump this off. I think the rest is good. We gotta go quickly before this all changes over. We gotta um go turn our tokens in for the day because it resets at like midnight unless they change that on me again. And we haven't done it. I didn't do it yesterday, and I don't think I did it the day before or something like that. We gotta quickly do as many as we can. Yeah, it's one of those days. Gotcha. Interesting he didn't have you working though, just to like, clean, you know, doing dishes, maybe bringing out some food, like maybe he has some other people taking care of it all, I guess. I don't know. Alright, alright, so I don't know, this looks a lot bigger. Yeah, but I mean, like, for the people that were there, right? Like him and all those people, like having somebody there to like kind of cater to them. Oh, okay. I thought it was at the restaurant. Okay, my bad. That makes more sense then. Wait, it resets in 12 hours. See, bro, why is my reset all jacked up again? 12 hours? Bid. I got plenty of time now. There's this fucking game, dude. It's not even this game, too. Like, is it too much to ask for, Topher, that games are consistent? Oh, interesting. So was it like she was awake and like maybe downstairs or something, and didn't know what happened? Is that like kind of what ended up happening? Interesting. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's move this over here. Yeah, I'm kind of confused right now. Like, why is it that the times on this change? And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I don't think they did an update to the game recently, but the icons, the boxes, like this just looks bigger. Like, not the boxes itself, but it looks like it's closer. Like it's more zoomed in, and these little boxes, like in the emblems, look a little bit more defined and more like noticeable. Like they're big. I don't know. It seems kind of weird. It could just be me being we like I don't know. It could just be me just not being here for so long. It just seems that way, even though it's not. I don't know. It's kind of like when you don't see someone for a long time and then you do see them. And it's like, man, you've grown. But yeah, like it's not even just this game either. like Topher. It's like other games we've played, like New World, obviously, it's like another prime example. Is like they do like updates, random days, random times, right? Just whenever the hell they feel like it. And like Throne of Liberty had problems where things weren't very consistent, I felt like, or like maybe I don't know, like I can't keep track of all of them, but like I feel like a lot of games don't stick to like a strict standard of time on things. And I feel like that's like kind of crucial for a game to be, in my opinion, a contender for like a decent amount of population, right? To maintain a pretty solid player base, you have to be consistent with everything. Everything has to be consistent and structured consistently. I don't know if that makes any sense. But I just feel like if you aren't consistent, you don't have consistency across the board, then people kind of like lose interest. Like if you're gonna just randomly do patches on random days at random times, you're gonna annoy the crap out of people. If you're constantly changing your reset timers on, you know, daily turn-ins or weekly turn-ins, then how are they gonna like be able to properly like plan out their days and their times and, you know, what they're doing at what days, and oh, did I miss a day because of the time change? Like it's just consistency matters in my opinion when it comes to any longevity of a video game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 16 is 50 plus 30, so it's 80. We need 80 resin wood. I want to go grab that cow too while we're here. Oh. I haven't logged in yet. I can log in really quick and see. You want me to? I completely forgot about that. What is Edge? Sorry. Oh, it's a stream night. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I sent you a message to Discord asking if you were oh, you did message me back. Okay. I was like, I sent you a message. Yeah, my vacation is over. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. I was just messaging you because like I was about to be jumping on. I didn't know if you wanted to like grind anything or do anything. Because I haven't got to play a game. Like, don't get me wrong, I did sit at my computer for like 30 minutes here and there. So like I quickly go and turn in as many tokens as I could, right? And then set them back to fishing. You know, sell some stuff from my inventory so I wasn't full. Things like that. So I mean, I did play for a little bit here and there, but it was like, well, less than 30 minutes at a time. Yeah. And you lost a lot of them too. I don't understand why you keep losing them. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I haven't even looked my ranking anymore. I'm at 213. Yo, some of these people actually got some levels. They went from 43 to 44. Where are you at? Are you in the top 100 yet? See how good Edge has been doing on his caravans. Gotta be finding him soon. Where you at, Edge? Oh, did I miss you? Oh yeah, 200. Let's go. You barely passed me, bro. You barely passed me in that whole week. You've been busy. You has been busy. Holy hell. What am I sitting at? I'm almost 50% to 30. I haven't done that shit in forever. What's my fishing at? 65 fishing. Jesus Christ. I fish so much. $87%. Hey, that's pretty good though. You're almost 30. That's huge. Yeah, level 30 would be huge. Because it's like another 3% profit. Seems little, but it adds up quickly. Yeah, but you gotta imagine like the profit margins right now are so bad when you're buying and transporting it short distance like we're doing. And then on top of that, we're buying the buff. The profit margins are so bad that 3% will really help. Blaze armor? Is it good? I mean, it's strength and defense. I mean, that's all I see. Strength and defense. Does it have any like special effect or something? Blazing aura damage nearby enemies. Oh, that's pretty good. 3% of their max life per second. Can it actually kill them then? Wait. Increases. Okay, max damage increased by 100 per 5 rods or 5,000 rods or something. What does it mean by that? Where do you place the rods? Do they get like slotted in the gear or just in your inventory or wait what? Oh, so okay, dumb question then. If it's a percentage amount of HP, that doesn't make any sense. Could you explain? Because that kind of confused me. So it says it does 3% of their total life per second, but then it says it has a max damage. That kind of it's contradictory. You can't do percentage damage and have a cap. I mean, technically you could. That just seems weird though. Like, oh, you can do up to 3% of their max life. Cap damage being blah. So it'd be more effective against mobs that don't hit the cap, basically. And I guess that prevents people from abusing it on like very high HP mobs. Right? Like let's say cap is 10k damage and you were fighting something with like a billion HP, it would cap you at 10k damage per second, making the armor not as strong as if it was actually doing percentage damage. So it would make a little bit more sense in that situation, but still seems a little weird. But I think I get it now. So it caps at 5k max damage, like increase. Well, that's what I was saying, though. Yeah. Well, I mean, the problem is like, how would they gain their HP back from taking damage by the golems, right? And being 3% of their life per second, that means you still have to AFK there for, I don't know what the math is on that. Like, what is 3 or 100 divided by 3? Isn't that like 33 seconds to kill something? It would take forever. Even if you had like 15 mobs like there that you're dealing damage to, you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like it wouldn't do, it wouldn't be very effective. Yeah, if you were flat out AFKing, it's still effective no matter how you look at it. But if it's taking you over 30 seconds to kill a single mob, and let's say you're killing 10 at a time, and it's AFK, I mean, I guess it's, you know, AFK is fine, right? Like, just like we talk about with like certain things in this game, making money, you make more active than you do AFK. Okay, sure, makes sense, right? And it's same thing in that game. If I can make a lot more active, but at the same time, it's like, but it's AFK. I don't have to do anything. I mean, I guess, you know, taking a hit on the amount you make per hour makes sense, but it just doesn't seem right, because wouldn't you just die? Because you'd have no way of like leeching HP or something. Oh, I get you saying. So yeah, so before it didn't have the percentage, it was just deal X damage per second, you know, whatever the cap was. And then that way it was just like one shot in goblins. Okay, now I see what you mean. Did that make sense? Adding the percentage, so it has like two different caps. It does a percentage, and then that percentage can only go up to whatever the cap is. Then that makes a lot more sense, obviously. That I can understand. That I can get behind. That I can understand and kind of fathom. All right, lots of fishies in the storage if you need them, which you probably don't, but they're there if you need them. All right. So wood is officially done. Let's deal with farming. All right, 2, 4, so 64. These 32. These. Do we know if they've added a way to like split stuff without doing this tediousness, like a hotkey or anything like that? We still can't do this, right? Yeah. That takes care of that. Grab the fishies we're missing. Need some tuna. 32. Work. And 32 lantern. Okay, farm time. I really need to put some animals down. I think that's going to be a goal for today. I got to get back into farming and animals because we're running out of lots of the meats stuff. Oh my god, so much lard. 32, 64. Is that 80 lard today? I think that's just crazy. Not lard. This. Yeah, beef's almost dead. And we go. Alright. Turn all this in and then we'll get cooking on the last token. But yeah, I could like I was saying before, Tover, like that makes a lot of sense why they added both of those then, because yeah, like I could just see you sitting there at freaking goblins indefinitely and just making money without having to try at all. Because there's just so many mobs. I would just be curious, like, unless you were one-shotting them, couldn't you eventually, would you eventually die, though? If, like, there was too many mobs just hitting you? But I feel like you'd one-shot them, so. But I just feel like the range guys, they have the potential to be able to hit you before you one-shot them, because they have to be within 5 blocks, and I feel like they can attack you from further than 5 blocks sometimes. Let's take care of. Alright, so we need. Oh, alright. Let's start by getting this done. I'm gonna go do these hippos really fast. The Blaze pet gives more defense, more intelligence, increases combat miscellaneous stats. Oh, Blaze armor stats. Wait, upgrades Blaze armor stats and ability by 22%. Wait, I mean that's not a lot in theory, but is that saying that the aura gets boosted? Or just the defense and the strength and stuff? So just the defense, strength, and speed, it looks like. Oh, wait, no, it does do the aura, too, it looks like. Goes from 3% to 3.7%. Yeah, so you get an extra 1140 damage max cap. Interesting. Yeah, 40%. I mean, that's not too terrible. I don't know, that's pretty cool, though. I mean, being able to do, I don't know what 40% of 3% is. Um, like 50% would be 1.5, so it'd be 4.5, so a little bit less. It's like 4.4, 4.35% HP. You know what I mean? Alright, my textures are going all fucking crazy, and I can't even tell that this is a road. Oh, what the? This is supposedly a road. I can't even tell. Bro, I feel like I'm playing New World all over again. With the water flicker? Remember the flickering on the water and shit? I feel like I'm playing fucking New World all over again. Look at this. Fucking bloop, 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 bloop. Like, the fuck, dude? Get me out of here. Fucking crazy. Alright, let's grab some hippo. I'm gonna grab this over here too. Yeah, dilemma is I chopped some silver and some other stuff and I just stuck it in the bank. Even though I know I need some of it for actual turn-ins. And do we need copper? We do not, but I will grab it while I'm here. Alright. 16 hides, let's go. God, it's so annoying that I'm so tired right now. I feel like I have to take a nap tonight. Like, I kind of want to do a full stream, but I kind of need a nap. So the problem is, I slept last night, right? I slept a lot. And then I was stayed up. I did a bunch of chores. We did a bunch of errands. You know, we were hanging out or whatever. I was staying up throughout the day. We were still putting the house together a little bit. And then I took a nap at like 4 o'clock. I laid down at 4 o'clock, and the plan was to sleep from 4 o'clock until stream. And then I ended up waking up at like 6:30. So I took like a 2.5 hour nap. So I've been up since 6:30, and it's now 11, almost 30. I'm tired now because my nap is wore off, and now I'm just tired. But I have to go to the store tomorrow to pick up some like uh shelving stuff for our office closet that we're gonna redo. And then I still have to mow the lawn and stuff like that around lunchtime. So it's just like I don't really, I wouldn't say I don't really have time, but like I don't know, just I have things I have to get done tomorrow. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the worst part about spring slash, non-winter. Nah, fuck Astro too, bro. That shit can suck it. That shit can straight suck it. Grab the silver while we're at, while we're here. I don't think we need Crocs today, but we definitely need like small things for reflexes. We need squirrel tails. Um I think we need bears as well. There should be bears. I should have just went this way because there's hippos here too. I was trying not to go over there, but we need bears, we'll go over there, and then we need rattlesnakes. We need hyenas, deer. There's just a lot of shit to just pick up. Floor 3, yeah. Floor 3 carry was really nice. You can always find someone to do it for you. Don't know who, but I'm pretty sure there's some people that come in that we could ask. Or you can just ask in the Discord. 'Cause I'm pretty sure there's some people in my Discord that still play. Yeah, he was the blog guy. Yeah, I think he still plays too. I think I still have him on my follow list on Twitch. You going to bed? All right, sounds good, Tover. I appreciate you, man. Get some sleep. I'll catch you tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow should be like a traditional stream day. Like I said, today I might get off a smidgen early just to take a little bit of a nap so I'm not so dead. I am struggling right now. Oh, well then I'm confused. Because you said fuck going to bed for work or fucking going to bed for work, and then you said night edge. Like, thank you. What? Oh, is that what happened? Yeah, I didn't remember. I mean, I'd do it for you, but for some reason, I just can't figure the fucking combat for that game, dude. That combat can suck it in that game. I don't understand the armor scaling and the stat scaling. It gets so strong for no apparent reason. Those up to five. That would be so nice. Oh my god, that would be so nice. Isn't that? Oh, alligator skin. Okay, I was gonna say, isn't that easy to make? But the alligator skin, yeah. The enchanted paper takes nothing. I mean, at least 100% chance when you find one. Oh yeah, then you have the other rod. Let alone when they add a new rod as well. But on the upside, at least we got new carpet in the upstairs house. Pretty happy about that. Bro, it's so funny. The carpets were side by side. Looking at them, color wise, you can't tell the difference in the two carpets. But then you get on your hands and your knees and get close to it, you can kind of see like variations. Where it's like, okay, I can see the difference in the color, right? But you can also, when you're looking at it from a far distance, you can't really tell. But as you get closer to it, you start seeing like the fullness of the fabric compared to the other one, right? Like how much more, like how many more like fabric fibers there are and how floofy they were. Like you could see that when you get closer to it. But let me tell you, when you step on it, 100% notice. The old carpet felt like you were stepping on just raw plywood, right? When I walked, you could hear thudding. It's like thud, thud, thud as I walked through the house, right? It just had zero flush to it. A new carpet, it's got so much fabric and floof to it that I walk on it, you can't hear anything. All right. Yeah, it's really nice. All right. So we got that done. We need to go and find rattlesnakes. Did I mark them somewhere? I know there's some. We'll do those later because they're over here. Okay, so rattles are later. Squirrels, we can come down and do squirrels maybe. I think there's squirrels here at this town. And then we need some deer, which are at this town. And probably just do some extra squirrels while we're at it. So because we need more tendons, reflex tendons. I think squirrels get reflex tendons. I'll have to double check. Oh, fucking Topher. One thing I saw while I was on my vacation is I was in this town selling some stuff and I ran into he doesn't get that. Okay, so we'll have to do probably do desert cats because we're gonna need those anyway. I ran into the Pendleton dude that we like. Remember when we were reporting him that one day, and he just finally went poof. We ran into him in town. He was literally just sitting there in town. So I don't know if he just didn't get banned or if he got unbanned or if he made a new account or what. But he's in the same guild with the same name. He still was rocking dual daggers. But he was in town with gear on. He wasn't naked. Which I guess is a plus. Yeah, that kind of pissed me off. To see that guy again? Oh, is that the big fucking snake that jumps around like crazy? Those things are terrifying. Legit terrifying. Oh, really? Not a bad idea. Did you get a shard too, or did he only he get the shard? Because you got the assist. I was just curious. That's pretty sick. Yeah. Yeah, because I know on the island I was getting shards for like trying to capture like the big winged guys when other people were doing it too. I just wasn't. I just I don't know. Wasn't putting two and two together. I know you're about to come to the computer and slap me for saying what I'm about to say, Tover, but I've been getting a small itch to play some of those games that I've put down, like off stream wise. You know, go back, play a little bit of Lost Ark, go back, play a little bit of First Ascendant, go back, play a little bit of Throne and Liberty. I don't know, just a hodgepodge of different games. Just go and play them for a little while, have a little bit of fun, pass a little bit of time. I'm down for whatever edge, honestly, at this point. As long as we can play in 43-minute increments, I'm good. If you have anything in mind specifically, Edge, I'm down. Like, I'm at a point, Edge, where even if it's something... Sorry, I was drinking. Even if it's something like completely out of the norm, as long as it's not... As long as it's on an official server, I'm down for anything. Like, I don't want to play on like a third party, like, you know, private server kind of thing. Alright, so scrolls are done. We need to find some hyenas. The deer will be over here. And then I'd like to go do some desert cats too. Yeah. As long as it's on an official server and not a private server, I'm down for anything. Like, doesn't matter what it is. Also, I haven't looked at the new things that you sent me. I have to put them in and whatever. There was one, I wouldn't say critique I have, but I do feel like there is one image that is kind of missing for an in-between. I'd like to know your thoughts on that. But I think everything else is good for those. I put the first set, the first batch that you gave me, I put those in place already. So hopefully we can check those out eventually and see what we think about those. Yeah, I feel like you would be down to play something like Silk Road or maybe not Ragnarok, but you know some of those ones from back in the day games. And I'm not opposed to that, but I want to play on like an official server, not a private server. I don't trust private servers. Yeah, I do, Topher. The thing where I can play like mobile games through the Play Store. Right? Oh, is this the one I think was it Dig was talking about? Huh. That's kind of funny. I mean, obviously it's mobile version and it's like kind of cartoony. Obviously top down, toned down a little bit, but yeah, it looks like they stole a lot of like the ideas and the premises and stuff. Bro, I was actually really good at WoW. Like, no matter how bad I am at Lord of the Rings online, I played WoW so much. I had my macros and my binds and everything like tuned just right. I was actually really good at it. Granted, I did use add-ons, which kind of makes like nowadays like the way I like look at video games and the way I like approach them and stuff is completely different. I feel like I could never go back to playing WoW because I have like a pretty hard stance that I don't like using add-ons, and I don't think I could ever play WoW without add-ons. At least I couldn't be a healer. I don't think I could ever heal in WoW without an add-on. Like I was really good at healing, but it was because I used an add-on. Like I said, if I removed the add-on, I would have been the worst healer in the fucking game. Because having to like click on a portrait, then use your hotkey to like use a heal, and then click on a hot, person, and then hotkey. You know what I mean? Like having to do that back and forth, having keybinds that were auto target this target and use this ability, right? Like unless you use macros to do that, I feel like you just were really slow at healing. But if you used an add-on, aka something like Healbot or something, where you just hover over someone's portrait and you either left click, right click, control left click, control right click, middle mouse click, whatever your hotkey is that you've set, it does a corresponding heal to whoever you're hovering over, made the healing ridiculously easy. And if I removed that aspect, I there's no way in hell I would have been a good healer. Like I could still tank in the game without an add-on. Um, but I will say I think even tanking having a threat meter was really nice because then I could like see, hey, do I need to pick up my DPS or can I hold off on DPS and focus on defensive layers, right? Depends on what you mean, Tover. Alright. The deers are done. We need hyenas, rattles, and we'll do some desert cats for some tendons. The hell is this? Why does this look familiar? You barely even see what's going on the screen because there's so much covering it. I don't know what you. Oh, MU online. Okay, bro. Whatever you sent me, Tover, instead of it pulling up muwebs.com it pulled up like events, 17th anniversary events, and like my whole screen is just fucking littered. Honestly, I don't know if I've actually ever played MU. I don't think I've ever played it. Hey, that's something we can try offline. What was I doing again? Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah I already closed it. I googled it. I just googled MU online. I just pulled up an image so I can see it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played it. I've seen it. I think on Steam I've seen it, and I was interested in maybe trying it. Pretty sure I saw it on my Steam. Maybe not. I could have swore I saw it somewhere. Maybe that's where I saw it on Google Play. That's possible. I'm pretty sure I saw it somewhere. Is this my library? I think this is my library of things that I've downloaded and uninstalled. Some of the stuff I don't remember ever downloading. Oh yeah, I think I've seen a bunch, like there's tons of them. I think I've seen these and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool looking. And then I never actually tried it. This one? I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at on the screen, if I'm being honest. I'm so confused. Completely and utterly confused on what's going on. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think Google is where I saw it. Because I remember I was like looking at a bunch of games. I think I was looking at like the Bleach games and stuff and the Dragon Ball games. And I was just kind of like moseying around. And I think the MU games were popping up as like recent, like recommended or also viewed as or whatever, you know, maybe possibly recommended liking or whatever. Uh, and I think I Googled it and I was like, oh yeah, that looks cool. But I just like never really paid that much attention to it. Oh, is it an open world PvP kind of game? I don't know much about it. Like I like the art style of the non-in-game art, right? Like the armors, they looked kind of cool. The weapons looked kind of cool, but like I don't know what the actual in-game art looked like. Jesus, that's crazy. I don't know. I kind of despise. I mean, this is kind of just something that's just kind of recently kind of become a despise of for me is playing games that I can't get through Steam. I feel like if I can't play it through the Steam platform, I kind of just don't want to play it anymore. And it's not that the game's bad. It's not that I don't trust like the platforms or whatever. It's just I hate having to go to a website to download a downloader to make an account, via that website or whatever, to then maintain that login and credentials and information in that platform and that launcher and everything else just for one game. It's just kind of tedious and annoying. I just kind of despise it. So I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to doing it if it was just like a hey, let's like a fuck around game off stream with like Edge and stuff, and like maybe you if you wanted to join us too, or whatever game we were like tinkering with. Like sure, it's whatever. It's like it's not like a forever game. It's not a game I want to put like a whole shitload of like fucking effort into or time or whatever. I mean, maybe I do. Maybe I fall in love with it and I bring it to stream. I don't know, but like that wouldn't be the goal. The goal would be like, because like what I've been doing off stream most like for the last couple months is I've been just running caravans on this guy, and I've been playing Eidolon and uh, Idol like uh, Idol Skiller or whatever for mate, and I just haven't been playing anything. I haven't been doing anything. The only time I'm actually playing games and actively grinding or doing anything is when I'm on stream. And that's not a bad thing. It's kind of giving me a break from like hardcore gaming. But I kind of do get an itch to play things when I'm offline, and then I'm like kind of stuck because everything that I'm currently playing, I can't play off stream because then I lose the progression, I lose like the footage and so on and so forth, so people can't watch it and keep up with me. But now I'm like a lot of the games that I would like to play and progress, I can't. But then there's so many games that I would like to play, but I want to play them on stream and I don't have the time to play them on stream, so they're just sitting on the back burner waiting for the day that I get around to playing them. That's why I'm like I'm okay with like revisiting games from the past that I've already played on stream and kind of put down and things like that. Like I think that's where I'm kind of at when it comes to that, and I'm like kind of fine with it at this point for that stuff. All right. So we have to find hyenas, it looks like. All right. I think what we need to do is we need to go back to town. And we need to figure out what we still need to harvest and hunt and whatnot. So we can kind of make a game plan. But yeah, if MU, I don't know. As I said, I'm not opposed. Like whatever Edge is interested in playing, because like I'm kind of just gonna let him pick a game, and I'm just gonna tag along and have fun. I don't really give a shit what it is. I just want to play something. I like playing games with Edge. I like playing games with you. Just gonna let you guys pick a game, and we're gonna play that when I'm not streaming. It'll be my off-stream thing where I'm not gonna be sitting in voice and chatting the whole time or anything like that, but something we can group up and we can just play. We don't have to worry about like taking breaks because I'm streaming or getting confused and lost and just having conversations or whatever. It's just like we're playing to play and then taking breaks just to do work stuff whenever I need to do work stuff. Kind of like just like chill time. Like, I also feel like if I had a little bit, like if I had a small amount of nostalgia for Ragnarok Online, I probably 100% would play the official server. I thought the official server was kind of fun, but I never really got far enough into the game to really enjoy it. Because like I know you guys don't really care for the official, and you guys wouldn't stick through to play it if I did like it. And it's just I don't know enough about the game to really get invested into it. So it's just like not really worth it. Yeah, but I mean, like at the end of the day, like is pay to win really matter if it's not open world PvP, right? Like, what exactly am I losing to? If I'm just playing to play and I'm just like killing stuff and grinding gear and just killing mobs and leveling up and doing whatever I'm doing, like as long as like they're not like murdering me and preventing me from playing the game, who the fuck cares? Oh yeah, leveling up would be ridiculous. Like don't get that twisted. Right, I get that. But I'm just saying like at the end of the day, like I don't give a shit if like people are swiping the credit card to be strong if it doesn't impact what I'm doing. Never have, never cared. I just thought the game was interesting. I just the problem I had with Ragnarok was understanding where I was going, what I was doing, the path I was taking, understanding like the map layout and like that kind of stuff. Like I just never really understood what I was doing, and like the only direction I got was kill wolves for the next 6 months. Oh, just walk around circle and kill wolves for 6 months. Okay, if that's literally all I was told. And then it's like, oh well, you could kill these, or you could kill those, or you could kill this as well, but this is just better. It's just like, okay, so kill wolves for 6 months. So that's what we're doing. I was so confused. I know there was a lot more there was a lot more reasoning behind it other than just kill wolves to kill wolves, but it was just I don't know, it just felt weird. You know what I mean? Like it's like there has to be something else to do, and there is obviously. I don't have to kill wolves. I can kill other things, but it's the most efficient thing to kill, right? And that's the reason why I was told to kill wolves because kill what's efficient, kill what's going to give you your levels and your experience and push you up so you can actually do bigger and better things. Like I get it. I get it. Don't get me wrong. Understand the idea behind it. It just hurts my soul to sit there and just kill the same mob fucking months. So we need screenshot this one. Yo, mate! It's been a hot minute, man. I'm sorry I've been away for so long. I was planning on coming back yesterday, but my sleep just got all the fuck jacked up yesterday. So we ended up just taking an extra day. And I'm still tired as absolute all hell today as well. So I'm not in much of a better situation. But, you know, I probably won't do a full stream today. I think I'll probably get off maybe an hour early because I've been up for 7 hours after napping for 2. I'm a little bit tired. But other than that, I think we're doing pretty solid. How you been though? Yeah, I saw your DR drop, like jumped. That was pretty huge. At early work today? Ooh, ouchies. Hate having to be going to work early. That shit sucks. Oh, I think that might be Addy up there, not Cobalt. Actually, this might be Cobalt, but that might be within city limits. Yeah, that's insane. Hate this, dude. Don't put stuff that you want to farm inside city limits. Also, why is that inside city limits? It's so far away. So dumb. But alright, we got the Cobalt. The only thing we're missing is uh these. So okay, so that's taken care of. We do need to hit some more ores and stuff, so we'll probably hit stuff while we see it. Just because why not? We have the inventory space for it. Need the stones. Right, so we can get rid of this one. Alright, so what are we left with? We need hyena and rattles, which are definitely not in the desert. And then we need harvesting. Alright, so we need lilies for those two. We need roses for this. Daisies for this. And then sweet corn and hemp. Okay, so we just need roses and daisies. That's pretty easy. Okay. So let's move this stuff out the way. So we need to move all the stuff we. Oh, that. This. All right, so it's these three. So we need. That's one place. Oh, wait. We needed. We don't have. Oh, we didn't do any lilies. Okay, so we need this, the lilies, this, and then the hemp, which I don't think we picked up hemp either. Okay, and then we just need the rattler and thing. Okay, so it's these. Let's finish these up. You haven't missed basically the entire stream. Yeah. Like I said, it was just one of those double-edged swords, man. Like I could have streamed yesterday, but I was, bro, I'm not even kidding. Like I've been sleeping at night and staying up all day doing house stuff and whatever. So I took a nap yesterday, not today, but yesterday. Um, I think I laid down at like 1 or something, or like 12 or 1, something like that, and I slept until like 3. I got like a 3-hour nap. By like fucking 8 o'clock at night, dude, I was dead. Like, not like a little dead. I was like legit dead. Like the wife looked at me, she's like, "Oh, do you want to watch, an episode of One Piece?" And I looked at her and says, "If we ain't having sex, I'm going to bed." And she just laughed. She's like, "All right, let's go to bed then." Oh my god, bro. I fucking passed out at like 9 o'clock at night. And I didn't wake up until like 7:30 in the morning. I was so dead. Oh my god, man. And then I woke up, like I said, I woke up at 7:30-ish, right? Kind of in and out from like I would say 5 until 7:30. Like I was up, tossing and turning. I got up to go to the bathroom, and just getting comfortable, and then the dog and so on and so forth. So it's just like I did struggle a little bit, but it wasn't too big of a deal. To stay asleep after 5 o'clock. But that was kind of to be expected, I've slept so damn much last couple days, trying to get back on schedule. But anyway, then I went and laid back down, like, I said we did stuff all day. I laid down at like, I would say I laid down at like 2 or 2:30, and I just watched Shangri-La Frontier until I got a little tired. And then I like think at like 3:30, I was like, all right, I turned it off, turned on some Harry Potter, and at like 6:30, my dog just growled at me. She woke me up. She wanted out of the bedroom, so I let her out, and then I went and peed, and then I was just laying there. I was like, I can't go back to sleep. So then I've been up since like 6:30. We watched the last 3 episodes of the One Piece that we were watching, and then like, all right, she went to bed. I jumped on the computer, and now I'm just fucking tired. And I'm not. I mean, nothing wrong with sitting on the couch watching TV, but just laying on the couch watching TV makes me tired. Right? I just get tired sitting there watching TV. So that kind of drained a lot of it out of me. Being on the computer is helping stay awake a little bit, but it's still just drained. Like I have no energy left. So, like I said, I think, and I have a lot of work to do tomorrow. I have to go to the store, pick up a bunch of stuff for redoing the closet, and then I have to like mow the lawn and fertilize it and stuff. And then I can finally go to sleep and like get back on my sleep schedule. So I was thinking, like I said, maybe getting off at like 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock, and then napping for like 2 or 3 hours. Just tied me over until like noonish, 1 o'clock. We're just watching the live action, mate. Yeah, yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the badges? Now the question is, do you like the background of the badge, or does that need to be removed? Haven't decided yet. And the only downside is they are hard to tell the difference in some of them because there's slight subtle differences of like how big the cracks are in the eggs. So like if you look at yours, you have the 6 month badge, and you honestly can't really tell how cracked the 6 month badge is, right? If you compare the 6 month badge to like the 1 month badge, I'll pull them up for you really quick. I'll show you a couple of them. Uh, Struggling to find them. They're also spread out. I kind of hate it. Um, so here's the 1 month, right? Not really having a crack, right? It has like a tiny little crack in it. It's like fine, very subtle, right? And then the 2nd month, you can kind of notice that there's something going on, right? That is noticeable. I don't know how noticeable it is on like the tiny modifier, but then like the difference between 2 and 3, I don't think there's much of a difference. It's just bigger, right? Right. So those two are hard to tell when they're so tiny, right? And then you compare it to the 6 month, you can definitely tell. But I don't know how noticeable it is, right? Like this crack versus that crack. And it's not that it's not noticeable. It's just like if you compare it to like it's this tiny, right? It's so small, right? If you like put them side by side, you can't really tell. I feel like. So I don't know. I like it, but I don't know how noticeable or whatever it really truly is. And then obviously I have more to like tinker with because Edge sent me a bunch more that I have to throw in as well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With them being a 16 by 16 pixel, they're so small that in order for you to really notice any differences, the differences have to be big. And the way I want my badges to go is I want it to be like an egg that's, you know, it's just a regular egg, and then the egg is cracking, and then the egg cracks more, and then it's missing some shell, right? And then it's missing some more shell, but you can see like an animal like kind of starting to form, and then boom. The one that I was gonna say earlier, Edge, that if you're kind of paying attention, was the new ones you sent me. Is if you look at the last two, where it's like, oh, you see like, okay, so you see like a little eyeball, and then you see like a bigger eyeball, and then you see like a little bit of the face in the eyeball, and then it goes from that to just it's sitting in a bottom part of the egg, just boom, I'm a dragon. I feel like there could be one between that. And then I think what I'll do is some of these very subtle ones I might squish a little bit and not use, which is fine, right? The last four that you sent me are great. And then the first four you sent me, I would say, and plus the first one of the second batch, they're all so similar and so close. Like I said, I think I like the progression, and I think it's perfect the way I wanted it. You did exactly what I asked. I just think it being in a size 16 by 16, it's not noticeable enough that maybe I can skip a couple of them, possibly. All right, let's see what we got. So done, done. Okay, so those are done. All right, so now we just need to go and do the stuff in the other place. So, do we know? I don't remember. I don't think there's any hyenas in the desert, which seems weird because wouldn't hyenas be in the desert? I've never seen any in the desert. I was told $30. It's funny. T35 sushi, nice. T7 build rate cog, let's go. Yeah, I'm not saying you did you did exactly what I asked, and I like it. I'm just like, you know, it's like you think you want something until you have it, and you're like, maybe that's not exactly what I wanted, right? That's kind of the situation here. It's like it's exactly what I wanted, and I do want that, but I'm kind of pissed at
Would you like a cup of water?
how unnoticeable it is at the smaller scale, and there's no way to make it bigger. So I think I'll have to skip some of these subtle change ones, at least for the Twitch badges themselves. Um, and then maybe I'll have to have like different colored like endings, right? So like the dragon itself, when he's finally like fully emerged and out of his shell, maybe I'll have to like add like a different color background or something. You know, maybe like he's on fire. Maybe the fire changes in like color or something. For like the high tier like years badges, right? Go from like year 1 to year 2 or year 2 to year 3. You like get different color. Like maybe that's something that I'd have to end up doing. All right, here's the hyena. I just hate hyenas because there's such a bad spot. Like there has to be a better place to farm hyenas. All right, there's a bunch here. Maybe we try that. I know, Edge. I know. Like I said, I like it. I'm 100% satisfied. I'm just letting you know that don't feel bad if I don't use every single one of them, right? 'Cause I might have to skip a couple to actually show the differences. Because like Mate has a 6 month. In that small picture, it still looks like a basic ass egg, right? And I mean, sure, I don't give a fuck. You can have a basic ass egg for all eternity, for all I care. People can suck it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Get what you pay for, right? But I just think if I wanted to show it being different from like first month to 3 month to 6 month to maybe 9 month and then a year, I only need four with bigger changes between them, kind of thing. But with the ones you gave me, I can definitely make that work. All right, so we need to farm lilies, sweet root, and some hemp. Let me. But Edge, would it be difficult to get one more made? Like an in between the one where he is sitting in the egg and then the one where he has an eyeball? And basically I would just like the egg, like some of the egg on his head and some of the egg that he's sitting in. That way he's like he split the egg in half, right? And he's like you can see him sitting there, but he's still got egg on his head. Not egg, but you know, the shell. Like half the shell is on his head, half the shell he's still sitting in. And then that's when it goes to the next one where he's just sitting with the cracked egg all around him, kind of thing instead. I don't know if that would look good or not, or be viable or whatever. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like noticeable. And then I just need a straight up dragon, like baby dragon, with no egg, no nothing, just maybe standing on all fours or something. Little baby dragon. But yeah, you were thinking skull and crossbones. Isn't that the like the PvE Sea of Thieves kind of game that you were playing with your brother? Yeah, that game looks cool. What's the goal of the game? Since it's like not an MMO per se, and it's not open world PvP, like what's kind of the goal? I mean, actually, isn't it an MMO? Isn't there other people in the game too? I don't remember. I have to look at it again. But like, what's the goal of the game? Like, what are we grinding for? Are we grinding for like new ships, new equipment? Like kind of just trying to see ships, gears, and stuff like that. Gotcha. Is there any like bosses or like you need to like grow your ship, grow your gear to like take out like bigger and better bosses? Okay, that's pretty cool. I know you can't chat. I just when you're free, I figured you'd answer me. Interesting. You have to look at it. Sounds like something I'd be interested in. Get your last charms too? Let's go! Oh, have you done your reprints this week yet, mate? I need to do that this week when I got free time. I plan on turning in all my statues first and then doing my reprints. Alright, until we find another place, I'm gonna mark this one. Um I don't know how to spell them. How do you spell hyenas? Something like that. Alright. So I'm gonna put a hyena mark here just so we can find it easier. And then I'm gonna head over here, do my rattlers. You think 1.3 bill nugget is small? I mean, I think yours is bigger than mine now. Alright, just put everything away that I farmed up. So we needed the hyena. 16 of those. Need the rattlers. We needed these. And oh, I think we needed this too. And I don't think we farmed up what we needed, but we'll just grab it anyway. We got most of it. So that should take care of all of that. Then we just need the lilies, sweet root, and we can actually just do while we're here. Well, is it? I thought yours was big. I thought 1.8 was bigger than mine. I have a 1.8 or 3.8. That's 3.88. I'm only up to 44 crowns, 80 logbook. Struggle busting my ass off. But I can get yellow bits now pretty easily. That's kind of nice. Alright, so now we just need 2 sets of rattles. Now we need to do the lilies, sweet root, and hemp. Out the mina. Alright, go do this. You. Yeah, shell. I haven't started on shell tier farming. I don't really give a shit about that. I mean, I do, but I don't. I'm focusing on my logbook, but I'm doing it the wrong way. At this point, I put so much effort into trying to get the 10th plant for the first plant, like the 10th Evo for the first plant. I don't want to stop what I'm doing because I have 1-9 plant and a bunch of like almost everything else is 8s. I'm pretty close, but not really. But I have pallet on like an idiot. So I need to turn pallet off to really farm my logbook because I forgot to turn it off when I started doing it. I mean, I feel like I could turn pallet off and just catch up to where I am really fast, which is probably what I should do. But I haven't, like I said, all week I haven't really been playing all that much, so it's not really that big of a deal. Just the problem I hate with farming for logbook is because in order to like farm logbook kind of consistently or like when you're struggling as hard as I am, is you have to use the log flipper constantly. And that shit drives me nuts. I hate it with a fucking passion. But I did get log flipper like the best log flipper I've done is 10 now, which is kind of insane. I wonder what the highest log flipper someone's gotten is. What do you mean you don't use logbook? You mean like the log flipper? It's just the easiest way to actually progress it though. Because if you don't use it, yeah, I got the 10. That was pretty crazy. But I'm saying if you don't use the log, then you have to wait for resets, right? Or you're just sitting there clicking and waiting. Like, because the reason I use it is because it's hours of progress, right? So I get a chemical and then I use the log to juice the chemical to like, T7 or a T8. And then I get like a day or two of progress from that instead of just clicking the chemical when it's a low level or a low tier and getting like maybe like 6 or 7 hours of progression, right? So that's why I use the log flipper. And then every time I use a chemical, it resets my log flipper. So I have an endless supply of log flippers and I can easily get a lot of progression with my chemicals because now instead of my chemical every time it spawns I use it like for like a 4 hour proc or a 6 hour proc. I'm now using it for like a day and a half proc every single time. Which like I said, that's kind of why I'm like I kind of hate doing it, but it works. I mean, it does pretty well. Not far underneath all those bushes. It's just fucking annoying. Like I said, I think I just need to take off pallet because like I've been stuck. And even when I was doing it before I had pallet off, I was still stuck. Hardwood's on Google Play Store still as well. Bro, Hardwood was a cool game. It had a good premise to it, but they missed the mark so hard on their quests. It was so bad. Their quest system was so dreadful. It literally ruined any chance they had of the game actually succeeding. And don't get me wrong, and with that, they comboed that with very slow release of the game, right? They gave us a very small marginal part of the game, and everything was like crazy drop rate, super hard like grind. Everybody's stuck in these like three little small zones, barely being able to do anything. And then you don't give us the next zone for like 6 months to a year. Like they just literally killed their game. It was cool though. I did like Hardwood. Like for the few hours that I did play it, it's just like I said, the few things that just honestly killed the game was you needed to get an antler from a fucking deer that only had one spawn that everybody was camping in the entire game because they had nothing else to do, and everybody needed it for the quest, and then like you know what I mean, like everybody else was fighting for it, and the drop rate was so bad you were just sitting there for hours, and then someone else would tag it and kill it, and you wouldn't get a drop, and you'd still be sitting there, and everybody's just like fighting. It was just dreadful. It's absolutely fucking dreadful. And you finally get down with that, and then you get stuck farming fucking boars for like a month. But it was a cool game. Like I said, I didn't have any qualms with it. I liked that they had decent professions. I liked that they had like different areas with quest systems and stuff like that, different gear, and like, it was pretty cool. Definitely could have been better, obviously, but pretty cool. All right, so hemp is done. Sweet root is done. We need the lilies. Oh, lilies are done as well. Apparently, but they are. All right, let us go and get these rattles out of the way. Then we can turn all this in. I can then be ready to grind a little bit with edge. But I'm gonna get cows and pigs and chickens and stuff while I wait on him because I need a lot of those. I haven't done husbandry stuff in a hot minute. I'm starting to run out of there. The good meaty goodness parts. That's a lot of lilies. Holy crap. I never realized there was a whole chunk of lilies down here. But yeah, so we ended up getting the upstairs bedrooms and hallways all painted. We got the new carpet in place. We still rearranging the upstairs because we had to like move all the furniture and all the materials and everything out of every room. That's what we've been working on because we got the carpet in place on Wednesday and Thursday, and then we started putting things back on Thursday and Friday. So that's what I've been doing the last couple days. And then I've jacked my shoulder up. Like, remember last month I was complaining about my shoulder? It is all jacked up still. Like, it still hurts. I could, like, barely do anything with it. So I don't know what the fuck I did. Just old, I guess. I'm a decrepit old man. Oh. Alright, so we still have two of these. So I need to make a hatch and an axe. Also need to check out my houses to see if I need to put stuff in because it's been 9 days and I'm worried that my house is dead or is gonna die. Alright, we do need two sets of this. Alright, so we need 32 of those. Oh. Interesting. I have negative 50 points in PvP. What the hell? How do you get negative points? Yeah, I need to work on crowns too, but I think I was gonna start working on crowns after my logbook. I feel like the fastest way to work on crowns is just to fully clear your board over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's like don't leave anything on the board, just full clear, just harvest all, harvest all, harvest all, harvest all, just so you can keep claiming as many as you can. And then like when you do hit like a couple crowns, maybe you don't clear crowns like automatically, and you just like you hit it with a chemical to like upgrade them to get like better chances at like crown collections or whatever. What do you mean? The effective crowns caps at 5. What? I don't know what you mean by that. Almost done with their tokens at least. That's good. Alrighty then. Alright, so tokens will be done. We did get a harvesting level today too, which is kind of cool. Uh, Still need to really work on my mining levels. But yeah, I need to get husbandry stuff all set up because running out of husbandry materials and items. That kind of sucks. We gotta plant some more plants because we haven't done farming in a hot minute either. We're not really running low on that stuff per se. Not too big of a deal. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I think we're good now. We can jump around, empty our inventory, and work on capturing animals for a little while. Ugh. Alright, we should be good. Tokens are done for the day. Pick it back up tomorrow. Really annoyed that my fucking timer changed again. That's taken care of. Let's go hit up. Okay, so I'll hit up Meta really quick. That's what I thought. Oh, so even okay, I see what you're saying. So even if you have more than 5 crowns in a specific plant, you only get the bonus for the first 5. Like the bonus towards whatever the plant does. There's a look, bro. There's the cheater, dude. There's a cheater. He's not banned anymore. Look, fucking cheater's back. Maybe he learned his lesson. Maybe he's a changed man. Bro, they should lose everything. Character, guild, everything should be gone. Even level. I don't give a fuck. Level should be gone. If you're level 100, level 0. You should literally, your account should be deleted completely and banned. Just straight up banned. Like, you shouldn't even get your account back. You were caught botting, boom, perma banned, lose everything, and all of it just gone. There's no coming back from it. You make a new account, and at that point, like, I feel like even if you allow them to make another account, that's still kind of like letting them off easy in a way. I don't know. I still don't like the fact that they can make another account. You can suck on the hemp. Yep. And then we will go and hit up houses really quick. Make sure that they're satisfied with their resources. So I might need to get some stone for the guild hall. I think the guild one's gonna be the one that's closest to decaying. I think the personal one costs like literally nothing. I think that was at like 40 something days. Alright, how long do you just have? 11 days? Yeah, it's a lot of stone. So let us put these in here. 14 days here. I went up a little bit, so that's something. Go check this one out. Okay, 47 days. And I think I can add a little bit more. 49 days. So that's good enough, I guess. I can put the rest of it in the guild hall. Yeah, I was saying. So yeah, you can only get effect from the first 5. It makes sense. Can I extend the time any further? Wait, why? Interesting. Alright, good enough. Now, time to go hunting. The one place I found that I liked farming pets is right here, actually. Seem to get a lot of animals along this path. Yeah, but the Crown's Pass that is actually pretty good too. Went to Dollar Tree. I haven't been to a Dollar Tree in God knows how long. Oh. I'm about to go back to the desert just so I don't have to deal with all these damn trees. There's a lot of animals here to aim, but God, dude, the trees are so frustrating. And like, the desert just there's a lot on the desert, but they're just harder to find. So I think we'll run to the end here, capture as many things as we can, and then maybe go to the desert and give it a shot for a little while. Alright, we are gonna go down here and start running around looking for animals. But crispy lollipops. Orange creamsicle sounds so familiar. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I've had a popsicle, not a popsicle, but a lollipop that was like orange and white swirly looking stuff. I'm pretty sure it was orange creamsicle. I don't know. It sounds so familiar. Yeah, okay. I've had the ice cream, but I'm just saying I think I've had a lollipop that had that same flavor. This is what I was getting at. So I'm looking for animals. 6 weeks without a captain. Hey, bro, we need to rub some luck off on you. Granted, it's been a while since I've found one as well. I haven't counted, but it's been a hot minute. Like, I don't think I have found one since we've been talking about them. Definitely got one before you. Like, more recently, obviously. But I don't, it's been a while. Definitely been a couple weeks. Lovely when you can't see the fucking chicken, dude. You can see his name. You can't actually see him, so you don't know which direction he's facing. Kind of frustrating. How? It's much easier out here because you don't have to deal with as much trees and shit. Not as much foliage either. A lot easier to like to tinker with them. Yeah, I mean that does help, but I mean my find chance is still really dog shit. Even though I have like every ender captain. Like I've tried everything I can think of to get my artifact find chance up, and I'm just struggling so hard. My artifact find chance is just so bad. I just honestly I have no fucking idea what to do to fix it. Yeah, I've just had a complete loss with artifact find chance. That shit can suck it. Are you cheating? Are you trying to cheat? Huh. That's what they're like. What are they doing? They have their back to the rock, looking straight up. Like they're literally looking straight up in the air. Like they're trying to like access the rock from behind them. Like, they're obviously not doing anything, so there's nothing to report, but just looks a little fishy. Oh man, I'm so fucking tired. Oh, that almost killed me. Ah. Bro, I'm sucking so bad right now. Hi, I'm so fucking tired. I'm Topher. Hi, thirsty. I'm hungry. I remember back in the day, my parents would hit me with that all the time. Hi, starving. How are you doing today? Yeah. My parents hit me with that shit all the time. It's like, I'm starving. They're like, hi, starving. I'm mom. These things haven't respawned yet? What the hell? Make me really want to go to bed early. Sounds good, mate. Just let me know. Love me the dad jokes, man. Dad jokes be the best. My wife hates dad jokes. Like, when did dad jokes start being known as dad jokes? Like, when did someone like start, you know what I mean, like changing them from like bad jokes or just like dumb jokes or just jokes in general to calling them dad jokes, putting them in their own category? It seems weird, right? Is that like a Zoomer thing? Did the Zoomers do that to us? Yeah, that's a good one. It's an oldie but a good one, man. It's an oldie but a good. I like that one. That one's good. Yeah, I'm curious on when they started becoming like known as dad jokes. It's like, bro, these same jokes have been around since God, since I was a child. My parents used to tell me these jokes, right? And then now, like, I find them funny because I grew up hearing them, right? I always thought they were funny back then. But now people are like, oh, those are just dad jokes. They're so dumb. They're stupid humor dad jokes. It's like, but like, I learned about them from like my great grandparents. You know what I mean? Like, so why would it be called a dad joke? It just doesn't make any sense. She gave me a hug. Oh god, that one's good, Topher. Holy shit. That's so good. So wait, people started calling them dad jokes back in the 1980s when I was a kid. And then it just kind of like people finally started just calling them that and like more popularly in the like 2020. Fucking 40 years later. They added it to the dictionary. That's fucked, bro. You know you've made it when. These tamings can suck it. Bro, how am I missing these tames? I don't understand. God. It's pissing me off, dude. Tamings are just so stupid sometimes. But I couldn't find it. Just let out a little one. Yeah, I think Mate told us that one earlier last week or something. That one was pretty funny. I mean, dad jokes are the best. Like, he doesn't take a whole lot to make me laugh, but it also like the easiest way to make someone laugh is just tell them something stupid, right? Something they don't have to think about. Something that's like, because like a lot of jokes lose their punch, right? Their funniness when you have to explain it, or when you have to think about it, right? Or when the wind up and like the fucking punchline are like a mile apart from each other, right? Dad jokes are short, sweet, to the point, no brain cells needed, right? Just everybody can understand them. It just makes it's so easy to make someone laugh. I don't. I wonder what the definition of a dad joke is, though. I'm curious on that. Like, what makes something categorized as a dad joke? I'm stuck on the first chapter. See, like that I was saying, man, it's so dumb. Like I remember Llama had the book of dad jokes, and those were really funny. Like my favorite one was a Swiss Army knife. Or was it the Swiss flag or something? I don't know. Or Swedish, I don't know. It was basically like, I don't know much about them, but their flag is a plus or something like that. It was a really dumb one. Oh my god. Okay, that one I don't understand. You haven't spoke to her in 4 years. I thought I didn't want to interrupt her. Wait, what do you mean? Interrupt her doing what? What takes 4 years? Did I miss something in the reading? Oh, okay. So my mind went to she was like sleeping with another dude, right? Like she was like cheating on him. That's where my mind went. I'm like, I don't think that's right. And then I'm like, well, what is the significance of the 4 years? Is it like a college thing? You want to interrupt her like schooling or something? I don't know. I got confused on that one. That's good too. There's one my parents used to tell me when I was younger as a blonde joke. It was like, uh, oh, I don't even remember it. The gist of it was there was like a blonde that she always had her headphones on. You know, back in the day when you had a Walkman and headphones, you know. Back in my day, you know. Anyway, Well, they they found her like on the side of the road or whatever, and she wasn't breathing, and they're like, "Oh, what happened? What happened to her? Whatever." And then the EMT picks up her Walkman, and the Walkman says, "Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out." So she stopped breathing because she didn't know how to breathe. It's a stupid blonde joke. There's a whole wind up to that one and like a whole like thing to it. I don't remember the whole gist of it, but basically the Walkman was telling her how to breathe, and for some reason she ended up taking her Walkman off to do something or something, and yeah, she died because she stopped breathing. It's a pretty dumb joke. All right, Tober, I got a really gross one for you. So my mom used to tell me this joke when I was younger, and the she used to always say before she told the joke that she used to win the raunchiest joke challenge at like bars and stuff to get free drinks because you know my mom's an alcoholic. With this joke, let me know if you want to hear it. Pretty gross. Not gonna lie, pretty gross. All right, so there's a guy goes into like one of those happy houses, right? And you know, he talks to the lady in charge, and you know, he's like, "Hey, I bet you like I don't know, like a whole night's worth of wages or whatever, right? Like a cost of a whole night that I can guess how many guys any one of your girls has been with. Um, you know what I mean? Like whatever." And she's like, "No, you can't." He's like, "Yeah, I bet you I can't." He's like, "Just, you know, set me up with one of them. When I'm done, I'll come out and I'll let you know how many they've slept with." Like, okay. So she sets him up with a girl. And, you know, he goes in, does his deed, comes back out. We're like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "So how many?" Like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She's been with 3 dudes tonight." And she, you know, looks at her books. She's like, "Huh, you're right. Interesting. Okay." And then he's like, "Devil or nothing?" And she's like, "All right, you're on." So she sets him up with another chick, you know, comes back out. He's like, "All right, how many is that girl? You know, how many has she been with tonight?" And he's like, "Yeah, she's been a little busy, you know. She's been with like 7 guys tonight." She does her math. And she's like, "What the fuck? You got it right again." And he's like, "You want to go for triple or nothing?" You know. So she's like, "Yeah, let's go again." So she sets him up with top of the line, best girl that she has, right? He's like, "There's no way that he's ever gonna guess how many guys this girl's been with tonight." And he comes back out and he said, "Damn, that girl is a busy woman. She has been with 18 dudes tonight. Holy shit!" And she doesn't. And she's like, "Oh my god, how the fuck do you know? You gotta tell me how you know this. Like, there's no fucking way." And he's like, "You really want to know?" She's like, "Yeah, I do." And he's like, and they, you know, they work out a deal or whatever. And he's like, "All right, I'll tell you." He's like, "When I'm finished, you know, doing what I'm doing or whatever, you know, I roll over, I grab the glass on the side of the bed, and I drink it, and I count the lumps as it slides down my throat." Bro, shit makes me want to throw up every time I hear that joke. I don't know why I even wanted to tell it. But yeah, fucking nasty, dude. Absolutely nasty. Then I just watch my follower count just plummet. It's just like unfollow, 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 unfollow. Oh man. Where's popcorn? Uh that's funny. Alright, so I got a One Piece question for you guys. So, like I said, the wife likes the live action One Piece, so we were watching that. I haven't actually watched the anime one yet still. But so we're watching it, and at the end of the season of season 2, you kind of get to see Mr. Zero, right? I have no fucking idea who this dude is. I have no inkling to like the the importance of him or anything like that. Oh, well, I mean, haven't you seen One Piece's anime itself? I feel like it should be relatively the same stuff, right? I said I don't really have a particular question. It's more or less like when they introduced him, normally when they introduce like a new person in the live action, they give you like a calling card, and like if there's a wanted poster for the person, they tell you how much they're worth and so on and so forth. Well, this guy, I don't remember his name. Like something about the alligator dude or something. I don't remember his name exactly. But his contract said it was canceled, and I'm curious on why it said it was canceled. Like his wanted poster thing. Yeah, the crocodile guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I didn't really see it in the anime or in the live action. It just said it was canceled. Oh, okay, okay, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, because I remember in the live action they made a comment at like a round table. They have a conversation about warlords. Like, why are they exempt and blah 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 blah. And it's like, oh, because they're used for X, Y, or Z. So devil kind of thing, I guess, or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, so okay, that makes sense then. Okay, so is that a huge significance though that he's a warlord? Because it seems like a warlord is a pirate, but it's a sanctioned pirate, and he's like plotting to do evil things, but isn't it expected because he's a pirate? I don't know. I don't understand. Like, is it like an actual significant thing that he's a warlord? I don't think we've seen any of the warlords yet, except for him. I don't think the main thing that you see that I've seen so far in the 2 seasons is we have majority of the crew put together, from my understanding, and they're just fighting Baroque works people. So they just fought Waplo or Wapo or Warplop or whatever the fucking king's name is of the Drum Islands or whatever. They just beat him, and liberated that town, and then they just got the reindeer dude, Chopper, added to their the crew, and then you see then like after that, then like that's the end of that episode, but you get to see Mr. Zero as well at the very end of the season. So I wasn't sure of the significance of like who he is in relation to, you know what I mean, like that kind of stuff. I was just kind of confused because like when it clipped to him, it was like it seemed like it was such an important like little like discovery. It's like, oh my god, it's that guy, and I'm like, we've never seen or heard about this guy. So what is this? I don't understand like the significance of what we're seeing right now. It was like it didn't make a whole lot of sense from the live action standpoint. Like maybe it'll make more sense later, or maybe the live action just left out a lot of like lead up or something that it loses its punch value for seeing who he is. I don't know. Yeah, so we have Zoro, we have Sanji, we have Nami, Chopper, and we have the Vivi chick as well. And that's it right now. So we have the two girls. Oh, and Usopp, the captain. I don't care the order, damn it. I'm just saying, like we got Luffy, we got Usopp, we got Sanji, we got Zoro, we got those four dudes, right? And then we got Nami, and then Vivi, the princess, and then we just got the Chopper. You forgot about him? Yeah. He seems very forgettable. But yeah, he fought like season one was fighting the fish guy and getting the boat and everything. Season two was they finally got to the Grand Line and they're fighting against broke works and jumping between islands. They've been to like two or three islands, basically. That's literally all season two is. So that's why I say I felt very underwhelmed with the like, well, if you're gonna help me and you're gonna do this for me and we're gonna work as a team and blah blah blah, I need to tell you what we discovered and what he lost his life for. Like they had all this build up and all this tension up behind like the identity of who Mr. Zero was. And then when they showed it to us, we're just like, okay, that's it. It's a guy we've never seen before. Right? Like it was just very anticlimactic. So I felt like I was missing something. That's why I wanted to ask. 'Cause I was so confused. Like, what is the significance here? What does it really matter? Like, who this person is? We've never seen him before. He's not even been introduced into the story in any way, shape, or form. So what does it fucking matter that we know his identity right now? Like, why did you make such a big to do of his identity? Yeah, Vivi joined in the beginning of like season two of the live action. Because she was broke works, but then they found out who she really was, and then they're just trying to get her back to, you know, wherever she's going or whatever, help her out. I think it's like US OOAP or something like that. USOP, something like that. Something weird. It doesn't like spell it on my TV. And then Miss All Sunday is very confusing. Like she's like number one to Mr. Zero. You don't really know who she is until like the end of the season too, right? Because he like says her real name and her poster pops up. Um, but like you don't really know anything about her, right? Like, you don't get any backstory, you don't get any information on her, you don't learn anything about her. But like, how the fuck does she like just keep popping up on these random ass islands wherever the Straw Hats are and always finding them, but then not fighting them, even though she's obviously wants them to lose? I'm so like, I don't know, man. Some of these interactions just don't make a whole lot of sense. Like they're putting so much emphasis on these interactions with little, like zero lead up or understanding of like why they're important. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like I said, my main thing of why I asked was because I wasn't quite sure like if I missed something or if something was just left out. Because it just seems very anticlimactic. I mean, I'm liking the live action. Live action's pretty dope. You know, like the characters are cool, the fight scenes are kind of cool. Because I like it not being as animated. Because I haven't even watched the anime for it. But I do like it being more of a live action. It's kind of cool looking. I mean, I'm enjoying the story or whatever. So I'm definitely gonna watch the anime eventually. But it's just I'm just so lost. Like I'm not super invested into it, and it just feels like they're just missing something. Unless that's just the way the anime is. Like I know you guys can't really compare or explain it to me since you haven't seen both. But yeah, I'm just a little lost. I'm going to. I have so many other things that I'm doing and so many other things that I'm watching. I just haven't had time. With how many episodes that anime has, I just haven't had the time to start it. Honestly, the only reason I haven't started it yet is because I have so many other animes that I watch as episodes come out that And then I have a lot of like other ones on my list that are like one season animes and stuff. I'm just trying to get them all off my list. So I can just sit down and just binge watch it without being interrupted. Because like when I work, I can watch like 10 hours of anime. And it's still gonna take me months to get through the whole anime. So it's just like I'm definitely gonna have lots of interruptions during watching it, right? For like other episodes coming out for other animes and things like that. I just haven't had the time, man. And like I said, since I've been playing so much like games off stream, I haven't been focusing on watching anime. Like I would have made it nowhere in the anime by now. I would have watched like 5 episodes. So it hasn't been worth sitting down to watch it yet. I mean, the problem is I cannot watch it in subtitles. I just can't. There's no way around it. I just can't. Because I would literally have to pause it, wait for the next subtitle to pop up. Like, unpause it, wait for the next subtitle, pause it. Read it, unpause, pause it. Unpause, pause it. And like watching it frame by frame like that, just it's not worth it. And even then, even if I could read it, right? I'm staring at the bottom of the screen, reading the text and not watching the actual animations. Not watching the fights, not watching the interactions. You know what I mean? Like I'm just reading the bottom of the screen the whole time. And that's not fun either. I'd rather just watch it with dog shit ass voices and stuff. Where I can actually just watch what's going on the screen. Because what I did, Topher, is I really like Bleach a lot. I watched Bleach in English 3 times from start to finish. And then I watched it in Japanese. Because I didn't have to read. Right? I already knew what was going on. Like, yeah, I don't know exactly what they're saying. Like I might like kind of not quite understand exactly what's going on in that situation. Like I know what's going on, but like word for word, like what they're saying and how they're saying it, and blah blah blah. And some of the translations are definitely different because if you read the subtitles, you can definitely say, "Oh, that's not what they say in the actual English version." But yeah, the voices were way better. The animations were way better. The fight scenes were way better. There's a lot of like differences in the shows for sure. And I did the same thing with Dragon Ball. But bro, I I don't know what it is, but I cannot do Goku's voice in Japanese. I can't. I can't listen to it. I have listened to Goku's American voice for so many years. I cannot listen to the Japanese voice. I just can't do it. It's so horrendous. Oh, really? That's rough. When they switch voices on you, 'cause they don't want to re-voice, the previous person. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, I don't know what it is with his Japanese voice, man. It's so bad. And most characters, I actually like their voice in Japanese more. Like it seems like it suits their character much better than the American voices. I will say though, there is a specific voice actor for the American ones that I actually really like, and I hear his voice in a lot of animes. Uh, but it's the guy that is the Black Bull's captain, I'm pretty sure, from Black Clover. The guy with like the deeper voice. I really like him as a voice actor. Like, I feel like every anime that, like every character he kind of portrays in his animes, I kind of like them. I don't know. It's like a bias thing, I think, because like I hear his voice, I'm like, oh yeah, I really liked him in Black Clover, and then it's like, wait, but this isn't Black Clover. Is this character actually good? Oh yeah, I know it was a woman. That's why I'm not saying that's why I disliked it, but the animated like the Japanese version of Goku, he just has such a higher pitched voice. And I mean, obviously, it makes sense. It's a woman, right? It's fine. I don't have a problem with having a higher pitched voice, but when you listen to Goku's like neutral tone, kind of like more on the deeper side voice for over 20 years, you know, between him being a kid in Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z when he's like a more of an adult, to Dragon Ball Super, all these years of just listening to him in regular, normal dude voice, to go to this really high pitched, squeaky kind of, I drank a bunch of helium. It just it just hits different. It's just weird. I can't do it. It was so bad. All right. So it looks like we got a bunch of things. We didn't get as many as we were hoping for, but we got, yeah, 18 sheep, 15 goats, 12 pigs, uh god, 12, 20. I think we got like 20 cows and like 11 chickens. We didn't get nearly as much as we were hoping for, but it's something. Something's better than nothing. All right, let's head down and get these put into place. Well, I can definitely say, mate, I haven't watched a single episode yet. But I can definitely say from my experience with like other animes that there has been some that I just truly disliked right out of the gate until I kind of got a few seasons in. And one of those was My Hero Academia. I fucking hated My Hero Academia with a passion. I refused to watch it. It was so fucking awful. I don't know why I hated it. I had no real reason to want to hate the anime. I honestly, if I'm being 100%, the main thing that like every time I turned it on, the first thing that came to mind was I hated All Might's face in non All Might form, right? When he was in like normal everyday Joe Schmo form, I fucking hated his face. He had a triangle for a face. The animation of that character's body and his head and his face and his hair was just so off-putting. I fucking despised it. And then when he changed into All Might, I'm like, all right, sweet, he looks fine, right? And I think that's truly what I fucking despised about the anime. It had nothing to do with the powers. It had nothing to do with the anime or the artwork or the lighting or the sounds or the characters or anything. It truly had to do with the way that they fucking they ugh, they butchered this fucking dude, man. It gave him a triangle for a face, and I couldn't do it. I hated it so much. It was so dreadful. I didn't watch a whole lot of Gundams back in the day when they were like, I wouldn't say popular. I guess popular is the wrong word. But, you know, when I would say when they were coming out, I watched a little bit of it on like Adult Swim and stuff like that. Or like when I was at my friend's house, Cartoon Network and whatever. Like I'd go to my babysitter's house and her kid watched a lot of anime. So I'd watch anime with him. Um, I never really watched any of that. Never really got into it all that much. But I will say I have watched a handful of Gundam stuff in the last couple of years and I've loved it. Like Iron Blooded Orphans or whatever it was. That anime or that Gundam series was really cool. I watched a couple other ones. There's another one that's not a Gundam series, but it kind of reminds me of Gundams. It was the 86. I really liked the 86. The 86 was one of those series that I watched and I was like, damn, I wish this kept going. This was fire. Because it did remind me a lot of Gundams, because it was like, you know, metal mechs and stuff like that, right? Um, and it was really cool. I don't know, I just really liked that anime series. That was really good. Pretty fire for me. Alright. There is all of my animals. Let us head up here and do our farming plants. You know what's funny is that Reddit post you posted? Bro, you wouldn't be able to tell if that was animated that long ago, but I can say, like, knowing how old it is, you can look at it, you can kind of see the lack of like nowadays kind of shading and lighting techniques that have been like learned and developed over the years, right? And like I said, like that video, I like watched it. I don't know if the sound was on or not, but yeah, like they did so much detail, like all the fingers and the movements and like the wiring and like there's so many much detail into those scenes and those and, you know, whatever. But like I said, you can definitely tell with like the lighting and the shading and the shadows and stuff. You can tell it's older because if you look at like the newer style of artwork, there's a lot more blending and shading and lighting textures and stuff like that that goes into it. I gotta pee really quick. Give me a second. uh, sorry, man. But also like the programs and the computers and like everything else has also increased, you know, since then, right? So like the formatting and the resources that are available nowadays versus what they used to be available back in the day, right? Like you have so much more at your fingertips nowadays with the computers and the software and just the night and day difference. Like knowing like what they were capable of back in those days with the limited amount of resources that they had is kind of wild what they came up with. But at the same time, like even if we're not talking about just like the resources, like just like with coding or anything that, you know, over time, new techniques and, you know, things like that get developed and learned and you know, figured out and whatever. Like I said, new coloring techniques, new shading techniques, new lighting techniques. You know, there's techniques that get learned and year after year get better and better, and people get better and better at doing these things. That the animes are gonna naturally look better just because of the techniques have improved on top of everything else, right? But yeah, that's, I don't know. Some of the animes don't age well. There's one that I can't think of off the top of my head what it was called, but it did, the animations and the coloring and everything just didn't age very well. It's like a samurai warrior anime, and there's like different color samurai warriors. There's like a red one, a blue one. I don't remember the other colors of it, but I think there's like four samurais, and they like transform into like these samurai dudes, and they do battle. No, it's not Power Rangers. They're samurais specifically. Kind of reminds me of Power Rangers, but they're samurais, like legit samurai. And it just doesn't look good nowadays. It looks terrible. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ronin Warriors. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This thing, fucking dreadful, bro. This thing. I had these action figure things. They weren't even action figures. They were toys that I could put the armors on, and they had their own weapons. Like I never actually saw the cartoon itself or whatever, you know, the anime itself. I never actually watched it, but I had the toys. And when I saw this, I was like, shit, this wasn't actually an anime. The art just, bro, it did not age well. Not saying that it's not a good anime. I haven't actually watched it and sat down and watched it yet, but it did not look like it aged very well. I'm getting tired, Edge. Almost 2 a.m. I plan on getting off at like 3 or 4, but I'm drained. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna make it. That's why I'm planting all my stuff right now. Cause I just feel like I have zero energy right now. I wanted to farm more pets, but I don't know if I have it in me today. Guys, today might be a short stream just to get me back on track. But I think Like if I didn't have to run errands tomorrow and I could go to bed at like 10 o'clock in the morning, then I would definitely stay on
Would you like a cup of
stream and
water?
just hang
You
out
look
with you guys
thirsty
for
as
a couple
fuck
extra
right now.
hours. But knowing the fact that I had to be up until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon to do chores and stuff, like I said, cutting the grass, doing the fertilizer and stuff like that, and going to the store and everything, like knowing I'm gonna be up till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I need a nap. I need to take a couple hour nap just so I have some energy going into that. Thanks for the hydrate, mate. You want me to play that WoW game? Bro, honestly, I don't trust games like that. Like, yes, it's on the Play Store, and yeah, they do some scans and stuff like that. But they can't protect you from everything, and I don't trust a lot of like shady ass knockoff games like that. Because then they have access to your computer because you've installed it and you've clicked on buttons and things, and they get your IP address and any other personal information they could possibly get from you and stuff. Like it just, I don't know. I'm pretty picky on the Play Store games that I click on. Like a lot of, like I'm definitely notorious for clicking on Bleach games and stuff like that. But I try to stay away from like anything that's not like in that like field. Because I can click on thousands of different games and just try so many different things. Like I like idle games. I like tower defense games, Sudokus, stuff like that. If I'm clicking on all that shit, bro, I'm just like asking to get a virus. What up, Thor? How's things going, man? How you been? I did, mate. I'll do it again. Didn't want to be a hot dog. I love it. That's a good one. What kind of cat do you not play cards with? A cheetah. Dude, that's such a fucking bad joke. Been busy? Alright. I mean, hopefully that's a good kind of busy. You just gonna go to bed then? Ah, it's all good, Edge. I said we can do some stuff tomorrow. Yeah, today just isn't the best day for me. I'm just way too tired. Especially when combat already puts me to fucking sleep. And I'm already tired. Like, it's a bad combination for me tonight. You're cucking me right now, game. Oh, I have a bunch of guests over. I mean, that's a good thing, like hanging out with friends and family and stuff like that. Isn't like good hangouts, bad hangouts. I don't know. Just like you never know. Figured it out. Do you know what game he was playing, Thor? He plays a lot of cool games. Oh, you were playing PAX? Oh, wait, I don't know PAX Aristocrat. What's that? I thought you were talking about PAX D. I don't think I could ever play PAX D. I have to try in the beta. That thing fucking sucks. Obviously, it's probably gotten way better. But God, the fucking beta was dreadful. Had promise. I think the game was kind of interesting and neat. But God, man, I couldn't change anything in the settings. Dude, I fucking hate the farming in this game. And the one thing that really pisses me off about this fucking farming is like a lot of the farming problems is because when you level it up and they grow faster, they tick. And then when they tick, they grow, which takes up even more space than they normally would, so you can't fit as many in sometimes. Alright, so all that's set up. Alright, I think that's good for that. That's pretty cool. I mean, no, I don't really want that Topher. I just want it to be squares. I want it to be linear. I want it to be simple, right? I don't like that, like, it's off by a pixel. It doesn't line up right. Like, I have to, like, literally line, like, if I'm at, like, a weird angle like this, my rows are going to be at a weird angle, and I'm going to be missing spot. Oh, my God. Just give us an like a top-down view. Like, we should just walk up, press E on this, get a top-down view, and be able to just move our mouse, and it should just be like, this plant is this square, this, and then it snaps to the square, right? And then you can snap them next to each other and put them next to each other. So much easier. It'd just be so much fucking easier. Or better yet, this plot, you look at it, and it's like, oh, size 2 out of 3. It should just be like, this can have 150 plants. So you give it 150 seeds, and it just gives you 150 plants, right? It does it for you. You don't have to manually do it. Same thing over here. This one has a cap of 200. You have 200 of whatever seeds, and it plants all 200 seeds. That would just be, it just, the fact that everything is pixel based, and it's like, I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. It's like I tap like a button, and like it goes to the left a little bit, it goes to the right a little bit. Like, just between going forward and backwards, it also goes left and right, because it depends on if you land on a specific pixel. You know, did the pixel go to the right? Did the pixel go to the left? Did the pixel line up with the one above it? So da 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 da. It's like, so a lot of times you'll see on some of my rows, they zigzag a little bit, right? So I'll be going straight, and you'll see one that offsets like a pixel, right? And then it comes back. And it does that all the time on a lot of these plants. And that causes my rows to be off a lot of times as well. Like, the planting is just really bad. And like I said, since you can't see the edge of the plant, right? Because like, this is the outline of the plant, but there's more space around the plant than what the mound is, right? Like I said, you can kind of see the mound, right? You see the outline, but there needs to be enough space between the two, because there's actually like an extra border around it that nothing can be planted on top of it, right? So why, instead of giving us this weird shaped mound, just show us the outline that can't be planted on, and then show us the outline of where it can't be planted. Like, so we could put it right up against the fence line, and then we could butt up each one of them up against it. And on top of that, instead of making us walk, how about you just fucking give us an overview from just accessing the farm? It just, there's so many ways they could go about fixing it and making it smoother and easier and whatnot. All right, anyway, tier 16 items. Yeah, I saw there was an update for it. I thought about tinkering with it. That's what I'm saying, Tover. Like, they could do a grid system. They can do all sorts of things. Like, they can put lines in it so you can like make sure you're lined up properly, and you're like, you're doing what you gotta do. But without snapping or anything like that, even with the grid system, it kind of, without like a snapping model to it where it can snap to each other, you're still gonna be having pixel problems and things like that. Um, I think having a free view, like if you go into here and you can do like free cam or whatever, where you have a top down view of the thing where you're not actually walking around as a character placing things. You just select the seed you want, and then you hover your mouse to where you want to go it, kind of like Black Deserts. It would make things a lot easier, because then you just use your mouse and you move it in the rows you want, and then, and like I said, if they had like the square, right? The full, like, hey, this is the border of the thing, so you can line them up together. Maybe have like a snapping model like you do with the buildings and stuff, so you can snap them together in a straight line. you know, blah blah blah. It would just make the planting so much easier. But I feel like if you don't want to go that route, just simplify the fuck out of it and just be like, enter this and be like, have like a list of the seeds that you have on you and be like, total seeds you can give me is 200. And then you combine, you know, you go like, oh, I want 50 of these, 50 of these, 100 of these, you know what I mean? Like, and then it's like you give them the seeds and boom, it just plants it for you. And then you come back and then you just harvest them. Like, just do that. And then we don't have to, they don't have to fucking worry about planting these bitches. Now, that doesn't work for house plants, right? If you're planting them on your own property, that can have its own planting system where you have to manually plant them, which is fine. But I feel like for farm plots in cities, it should be simplified. You know, maybe lower the amount of total seeds it can take, but simplify it. So at least this way, I could literally walk up, I could teleport to every town and I could plant, you know, I can go to this one, I plant nothing but potatoes here. I could plant nothing but cabbage here. I could plant nothing but something here. I could teleport to the 3 different, you know, towns, and I could do 3 different things, and then I can teleport to like another 8 different places over here, and I can just plant things. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to try hard. I don't have to do anything. And then when they're grown the next day, I just walk around to eat. I teleport to each one of them, harvest all the stuff, teleport, harvest, teleport, harvest, teleport, harvest. And it makes it much easier. I don't know. I think that would be cool. I don't think I hate that at all. Wait, what? Is that the same guy? Or is that a guy dressed the same way with the same, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like a doppelganger kind of thing. It's twins? Okay. I was gonna say, it's like, there's no way he made it from one side to the other that fast. Right? Because he can't go up and over. He can't go through. He'd have to go under. And that means he has to drop down, run to the other side, climb up, and then out. There's no way he could do it that fast. That's funny, though. I was so confused for a second there. Oh, man. All right, guys. It is 2:15. I know it's really early. I don't know what else to do tonight, honestly, if I'm being completely honest. I'm going to drop all this stuff in the storage bins. I'm going to make some fishing poles, and I think I'm going to call it tonight. Like I said, today is like my first day back, and I'm still not on my sleep schedule yet, so I'm pretty fucked. I need to. Oh my fucking god! Can you please just go over top of it? Trying to see what I need to bring to my other town. I feel like that needs to go to here. This needs to go to there. Trying to see if there's anything here that I can bring over there to save me some inventory spaces. I think that's everything. Let's head over there. Drop off this stuff. All right, Topher, you out here, man? I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm gonna get out of here as well. Um, I appreciate y'all for being here. Sorry, I'm getting off early, mate. Mate, is there anywhere you want me to send you, or do you want to manually just go somewhere else yourself? I'm going to be crafting my own gear eventually, Thor, yes. Or grinding for it. I don't really care which way I go about it, but eventually I'll probably end up crafting gear. I mean, I'm gonna have to do it for professions, obviously. But alright, so I need to make one axe and a bunch of thingamajiggies. So let's go back. Crafting. Yeah, problem with my jewel crafting is I don't have a lot of gems. Right? I don't do enough mining right now to get enough of those prismines or whatever to get a ton of uh opals or whatever. That's the problem I'm having right now is I just need to sit down and hard farm mining so I can get to mithril and stuff. But I also need it because I don't have a ton of the things to make these things. I don't have a ton of these prismites. I don't know if there's like a good way to go about farming more prismites, like other than just straight up mining. Like, is there something that drops them in higher quantities or anything like that that I'm not aware of or that I haven't like found out yet? We needed the new axe. Go here, and then. All right, sounds good. Yeah, sorry, man. Like I said, I need to get back on track, and I was gonna start yesterday and too tired, and then today I didn't quite get as much sleep. Because like I said, I laid down at like 3 to try and get a good night's sleep. You know, good like 6, 7, maybe 8 hours of sleep before stream, and I got 3. And I've been up for 8, 9 hours now, and I'm just dead. So just I feel bad for getting up early because like I want to stay on and just. I'm so fucking tired. Like I said, if I didn't have chores to do tomorrow, and I knew I could go to bed at like 9 or 10 in the morning, and not like 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I'd just stick it out. Gray Dev one. What's he play? All right, so we need a couple fishing poles. Then we'll call it a night. Dude Awakening. Oh, we could look at it. Oh, VTuber. So many of them now. Like everybody's a VTuber now. It's like people are like so tired of like being on webcam, but they want there to be like some sort of visual thing for people to see. That everybody just is doing VTubing now. It's so crazy. Oh, I know what you meant. Or I just wanted to check them out since I'm gonna sit here for a few minutes making a couple of fishing poles. But yeah, like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be on a typical like a traditional stream till like 5:30 in the morning. Maybe I'll try and go a little later tomorrow since I cut it short tonight and I didn't stream Friday and I had all week off from streaming anyway because I was taking a vacation break. But oh, maybe I'll try and make up for it next week a little bit for missing so many days and stuff. But shit, yeah, we'll be back on tomorrow for sure. Obviously, like we have plenty of time to do our tokens now because the fucking token time fucking changed again. So stupid. But yeah, we'll get our tokens done tomorrow. We'll claim our farms. We'll claim our pet stuff or our animal stuff. Get all that all claimed up. And then I think Edge will be around most likely, hopefully, and then we'll do some combat grind, try and get some more pets. And if we have free time after that, I'll probably go and farm more animals so I can get prepped for the next set of animals to get placed down. I feel like it only takes like a single day, like a couple hours, just to farm up a decent amount of animals. So if I could farm up, the idea is to farm up like 20 of each animal. Ideally. Problem is I never quite get there. Because like I barely found any chickens today. Like I think I had like 10 chickens. But then I had like 20 cows. I had like 18 sheep. I had like 15 goats. And then what was the other one? Pigs? I think I only had like 11 pigs. So it's like some of them I find more, some of them I find less, and then other times I've had more pigs than I've had anything else. And like less, like a ton of chickens another time, very few cows. So it's like it goes back and forth. It's not that big of a deal either way. It's just, I need to keep up with it a little bit better. Because I stopped doing it for a while because it's just so time consuming to go around running around farming for them. But if I pick them up when I see them more often instead of ignoring them like I was, uh, after a couple days of token farming, I could probably have more than enough. But I do gotta buy. I'm gonna pick up this fishing pole and then I'm gonna go and. Okay, so I think 3 fishing poles is more than enough. We'll pick up some lassos so we don't forget tomorrow. Hey man, I think you're running into a wall, bro. Hey, I think you messed up. Why are you walking into a wall? Is your bot not working? Wait, why won't I see you for a while? Wait, what? Huh. I don't get it. I've never seen a university ad that was hostile towards me as a gamer. And I don't know. I guess I'm kind of confused on why I wouldn't see you for a while. I don't know. I'm a little lost. Oh, he got unstuck. Okay. Come get an education. Really? That's funny. I've never seen those. That's kind of funny though. Oh, I got you. No, it's all good, Thor. I mean, you're always in the Discord anyway, so you can always hit us up there. But I'm gonna get off here. Like I said, I'll be back on tomorrow. Sorry it's a little earlier than normal, but I appreciate y'all for being here. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had a good rest of the day. If you haven't joined Discord, want to join Discord, feel free. The only thing is, don't be a dick. If you ever have any gaming questions, ever need help, want to share something, show something off, or help somebody else out, feel free to chime in at any time. If you ever need to reach me off stream, that's the best place to do it. And if you haven't checked out the YouTube slash the VODs channel, please do. Go check it out. Go give it a looky look. If you ever want to catch up on a stream you missed or rewatch something, that's the best place to do it. I appreciate y'all. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had a good rest today. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. See you. Bye bye. Thank you. See ya. Have a good one.